My name is Drew Gatlin. I am the staff engineer for the city of Morgantown, and today we're talking about paving. So the 2022 paving plan is planning to pave 12 miles of roadway. This is an ambitious project. When you resurface a roadway, then that kicks in required accessibility upgrades to pedestrian infrastructure. We've decided that it's best to separate those from paving in a specific year. So rather than attempting to do comprehensive pedestrian upgrades on a roadway, we want to do those pedestrian upgrades one year and then pave it the next. The paving plan is selected through both third-party analysis of our streets and going out and surveying the condition of the roadways with the various public works staff and myself. The most recent analysis that was performed by a third party was performed by Dynatest. In 2017, Dynatest rode all of our roadways, and they took pictures of every single crack and ran it through a computer system and let us know which roadways were failing and which roadways were on their way to failing. We also work a lot with utility companies when we coordinate which roadways we're going to pave and when. We've delayed several streets in order to make sure that we don't pave and then the next year a utility company needs to come in and rip it up. Paving is different than street maintenance. The paving plan is a large project that coordinates relatively comprehensive maintenance to an entire street, but it is almost exclusively contracted out with various larger companies. And what we typically consider street maintenance is done by public works staff, and that is addressing defects at specific points on the street and less a complete rehabilitation or a resurfacing of an entire street. We have what's known as a request tracker, and that is the best way to submit requests for roadway repair and maintenance. You can request a roadway is paved on there. We try to stick to our 5 and 10 year plan. We are deviating it from it this year slightly, as we do every year. We've had a lot of complaints on certain streets, and as we have started to catch up with our paving, we've been able to take a little bit more latitude and address some of those more common complaints. The city's paving activities take place on the city's roadways, and it is somewhat of a common misconception that any roadway that sits within the city's limits is the responsibility of the city, but that is not the case. Many of the major roadways, Collins Ferry, Willie Street, College Avenue even, those are all state routes. The state and the city have a very clear delineation of who's responsible for what regarding laying of asphalt.